Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another video here. Today, I'm going to be talking about Mesa and my red crit Mesa setup. So, first thing you may notice is base Mesa. This has been going around for a while. Base Mesa is actually bugged, where when you proc Arcane Velocity, it gets procced twice. So you're getting 240% fire rate instead of 120, and the Mesa Prime version does not get this. That's why we use the base Mesa. Also, the regulators have the same exact stats between the Prime and the base, so it actually doesn't matter when it comes to a regulator build. The only thing you're losing is the regular Warframe stats, like a little bit of armor, a little bit of energy, like a little bit of HP and shields, but it's nothing. So, the build here we have today this is my build. This is a really comfortable build for me to play. You know, if you don't have PSF, you could put Mesa's Waltz up here instead. I just run PSF because I'm a fiend for not being knocked over, so, you know, I got it here. And then I sacrificed one spot for Mesa's Waltz because I like to be able to move around, which is very nice. You don't need to run this. If you are totally fine with just bullet jumping around all the time and shooting, that works. You don't get hard landings if you're not running this and you bullet jump around and you hit the floor, you will not get a hard landing. But if you run this and you bullet jump high up shooting and then you hit the ground, you will get a hard landing. So just keep that in mind. So if you're running this, if you jump high and you're going to land, make sure you roll so you don't get a hard landing. Yeah, so I have Pistol Amp on here. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you, if this scales with the regulators or if it's the rifle amp that scales. I know a lot of the exalted weapons are broken with the way they're coded, and like Titanium's pistols are actually coded as a rifle, so you would actually want to run rifle amp for them. But you don't even need to run an amp here. You could run whatever you want. I'm just running pistol amp here. And then, yeah, PSF, we have our energy, we have equilibrium to regain energy, we run precision intensify so we can multiply the damage of our regulators. And then we just max out our duration, and then we have rolling guard to keep ourselves alive, alongside our 3, which will be giving us 95 damage reduction from incoming bullets. And yeah, and then we have hot shot because we're going to be applying heat with our regulators, and this is going to give us 300% critical chance. So now that you understand that, we bring a Fentis. I have it named Stat Stick just because it's funny. It's a stick that gives you stats. So yeah, you bring a Fentis, this will work. You bring Furax because Amalgam Furax body count has 45% fire rate to secondary weapons. That works on the regulators. So you bring that. And then here, this is my regulator build. You could go for a different build if you want. You don't need to go for Merciless. You could go for Fortifier here. You could go and drop the crit, and you could try an Enervate build. Like, it's really up to you. But since I'm here and I'm going for strictly red crits, I'm just going to take the base damage. I'm only going to roll CO base damage on here. And then everything else is just elemental. We want to run primary heat mod for weighting and extra damage. We have fire rate, CC, CD, and multi-shot. Really basic stuff here. And pretty much we run 5 Tau orange shards. Now, with everything that I've shown you here, the 5 Tau orange shards, the regulator build itself, and arcane hotshot still will not get you pure reds. It will get you plenty of reds, but it will not get you pure reds, which in turn is still a ton of damage that you're going to be getting. So if you really wanted to, I'd like to use the Hound here, because the Hound you know, has some fantastic abilities like Synergize Prospectus and Repo Audit, which is really nice, and Reflex Denial. And with Manifold Bond, these will apply unique status effects from our weapon, which just so happens that we are running heat on our weapon. So this, since it's coming from an ability, in turn will be applying stacks of hot shots. So if I'm not shooting my regulators, my Hound will continuously keep this up for me, which is really nice. You could do this with Doriga if you want to, because you could do this with Arc Coil, but I just find it works really easy with the dog. He's got a lot of AoE abilities. He'll get you a lot of procs really quickly, and it's just a really good companion overall that I enjoy using. So yeah, I'm going to show you this, guys, right here. So with the Hound on, you're not going to get pure reds. If you wanted to get pure reds, you would have to go for something along the lines of an Adarza Kavat to proc you with Cat's Eye, which I can show you guys after I demonstrate this. I'm just killing the enemies to get my orange shard stacks up. As you can see, my pet is keeping hot shot up. It's just resetting at 10 seconds, no problem at all. So yeah, you just stack this all up. Aphentis works, everything works. You keep this going here. And then yeah, so now we're at max stack, and now you can see the kind of red crits we're getting. So we're getting these kind of red crits, which you can see I am still annihilating all of these enemies but the crits aren't pure red, which is a bit underwhelming when you put this much investment into a build. But let's just see here what happens when I take this and I go here and I put on my Adarza, and I just make sure I have the right build on my Adarza. I do. We use Cat's Eye. This 60% increased critical chance for allies within 25 meters for 10 seconds. This is flat critical chance. It works the same way as Avenger. It works like Wrathful Advance. It's flat values. It doesn't scale off the weapon. So if you had a weapon with 0% crit and you had this on, it would have 60% crit. When this procs, of course. So now I'm going to show you this with the Adarza as my companion. Now this is a little bit more, you know, like you have to pay attention a little bit more to how often you're shooting your Peacekeepers, because you have to keep hotshot up yourself, which can be a little bit annoying, but for the most part it's not bad. As you can see right now we have Cat's Eye up and I'm already red and orange critting. Now you can see it's gone and I'm already back to orange and yellow critting. And Cat's Eye will proc really often. It stays up for 10 seconds. You can run the duration mod to make it stay up for 13 seconds, and every 20 seconds it'll be recasted. So it will come up pretty often. And when it does, like it is right now, you can see we're getting pure red crits on Mesa. Like, you know, pure red. We're not getting any oranges, nothing else. We're getting pure T4 red crits. Very nice stuff here. So yeah, this is the build. I just wanted to show you guys the kind of investment you need to put into this frame if you really want to achieve pure reds. It takes a lot. It really does. I know a lot of people say like, oh, you know, you can make a red crit Mesa build, but it's not just like go and whip this up and oh, you're red critting. Nah, that's not what it is. You need all these shards. You need the arcanes that are hundreds of plat. You need these things. If you don't want to go this route, you could always still go for Avenger here. Avenger will give you flat 45%. It's not going to give you as much as Hotshot's gonna, but it's still going to give you an amount. Plus, if you're on Cat's Eye, it's 105% overall. So you'll get 105% flat crit from that. So you'll have like close to over 200% without running any orange charge, which is pretty good. But yeah, you guys can go about it the way you want. I just wanted to show you how my max investment Mesa looks. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave a like on the video, and thanks for watching.